in any situation.
To have the money to do whatever I want, it's awesome. I like that.
One thing is for sure.
I will receive that check until I'm 87 years old.
The lottery is there for the taking.
For me, it was something that I always knew was going to happen. To go to the stores that I want to and travel first class, whatever I want to do, it's just an amazing feeling.
It's been 4 years since Cynthia Stafford won $112 million in the California lottery, and her life was transformed.
This band is a designer piece and has the highest quality diamonds, and the price is $7,000. And this one is older piece and the price is $6,500. And we have one more. It's a different setting. You see the diamonds set. That one is $4,500.
Shoot, what else you got? This is nothing. Come on, I thought you were.
Yeah, you can relax.
Yeah, I'm good now.
Stone is a little bit over 15 karat, 15.02.
This is beautiful.
And do you want to know the price?
I would love to know the price.
It is $300,000.
Did you say how much?
I'm breathing it in right now. I think not today yet. Her store is close enough to where I might just have to come by here and
Can we look at it?
again. But this time without you.
Oh, without me.
The next time.
It's been quite a trip since her big win in 2007.
I'm Cynthia Stafford and I won $112 million.
We first met Cynthia Stafford in 2009, 2 years after she'd hit the $112 million jackpot in the California lottery. With her winnings, Cynthia has become a film producer, art collector, philanthropist, and friend to the stars. It's a life very different from the one she lived before the win.
In '99, my brother was hit by a car. He was crossing the street and got struck by a drunk driver. When that happened, I knew I had to step in.
Cynthia was given custody of her brother's 2 youngest kids. She quit her job as a computer accountant executive to raise them. But her brother's other 3 kids remained in foster care.
I didn't think that they should be raised by other people. I felt that they should be with their family.
Cynthia knew she needed money to get the other children back. She turned to the power of positive thinking for help.
I wrote $112 million on a sheet of paper, and I put it under my pillow and slept on that number for a few weeks and meditated. I'm very heavy into meditation. Breathing in positivity, removing all negativity.
The positive thinking paid off 112 million times over. Cynthia opted for the lump sum payout of $67 million, which she shared with her father and brother. After taxes, they each took home $22.3 million. And the best thing about the win? Gaining full custody of the kids. Together, they moved from this home in LA's South Bay to this multi-million-dollar home in LA's exclusive Pacific Palisades.
I have a large home. It's about 5,000 square feet. It's much different from where I lived prior, which is about, I think, 1,100 square feet.
And then this former computer account exec bought herself $500,000 worth of cars. And when we met Cynthia 2 years ago, love had blossomed between this winner and her personal trainer, business manager, and sometimes chauffeur, Rowett.
The fact that I'm able to work with her at the same time and she's somebody that I care about is actually a perfect marriage. No pun intended, but.
He might have been joking then, but 2 years later, Cynthia and Rowett are planning their big day. What else has changed for this lottery winner who predicted her own win? It's certainly no less glamorous.
Well, in the last 2 years, I have been doing a lot of things in Hollywood and traveling the world and just having a great time, a really good time.
And that good time involves getting engaged to Rowett.
We were on our way to an event in the back of the cab, and I asked her, do you have all your jewelry for the event?
I'm like, yeah, I have everything I need.
That's it. No, they were getting something. And then I pulled out the ring and showed it to her.
Yes. That right there. We are going to be getting married relatively soon, in a few months.
Since her win, with Lonray's help, Cynthia has become a force to be reckoned with in Hollywood.
We started a production company called Queen Nefertari Productions.
I already have 2 movies that are out and 1 that's being shot right now in New York. I've produced Polish Bar and The Inheritance. Both are doing quite well.
And that's just the beginning.
We're working on TV shows, plays, so we have a full-service entertainment company that's just awesome. I think the term power couple puts it very lightly.
Now with the wedding 3 months away, this power couple is power planning.
This is my first wedding. When I was in my early 20s, I used to be a wedding planner. So now it's my turn.
There's still a lot to do to get ready for the wedding.
Cynthia and Lonray are tasting wedding cakes at Hollywood's Cake Makers to the Stars.
Hi, welcome to Hanson's Cakes. Thank you. And you are?
I'm Cynthia.
And you are?
Lonray.
Lonray.
Yes.
All right. I have some samples here.
Thank you.
A little plate.
I can smell it. It's pretty, smells good.
Don't smush it in my face.
$5.50 per person. So we're looking at somewhere in the range of $487.50.
Oh, okay.
Why don't you come back in, and that'll be like 6 weeks ahead. Okay.
Right.
The all-important dress shopping is next, and Lonray's been sent packing.
Hi. How are you? I'm good. Have you kind of thought about like what kind of a dress you want?
Actually, everything here is beautiful.
You can have any of these dresses, but for your dress, you feel more toward like a light and airy kind of a feel, or more kind of a little bit more like body.
I wanted to flow. This one is pretty good as well.
Oh, you like the brush? Okay.
I see my mom in something over the top. Definitely. She does big everywhere she goes, so it's definitely gonna be big and huge.
You do things in mind. She's hot-blooded and she loves to be comfortable. So this one over here, I love a lot. It's really classy. I love the material. I love the embellishments, and that could be a winner.
I want the sheerness of that bottom dress right there on the mannequin, but I do like the top part.
What you can do is you can get 2 dresses. So you can start off with the Duchess satin for the ceremony, and then you can get the organza for more of the reception.
I like that idea. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
We made both of you happy.
It just takes some really quick measurements because we're going to sculpt this dress on you. So it just gives me just like a starting point. Okay.
It's gonna be great.
Hopefully I'm gonna look like $1 trillion. Priceless.
Can lottery winners remain anonymous? By law, lottery winners' names are made public, except in Delaware, Kansas, North Dakota, and Ohio. In 2007, Cynthia Stafford hit the $112 million jackpot in the California lottery. She spent her winnings on a new home, luxurious cars, and expensive jewelry.
It's like being in a dream that's come true, and I'm constantly living it every day. I have been looking at some private jets off and on for the last few years, and right now the price is right. So we're gonna go look at a few and see what kind of deal we can get.
Thank you.
We're looking for jets within the $5 to $8 million price range, and I think just for the convenience of having a jet to be able to travel where you want and when you want.
The jets we're going to show today is a G4. That's about $8 million. We're going to show a G3, which is about $5 million.
With a top speed of 550 miles per hour, a full tank of gas will set you back $28,000.
Wow, this is beautiful. Look at wood.
Nice. So this seats approximately about 16 people then?
Sure.
Oh, I see. These glasses stay pretty secure.
Oh, absolutely.
Ready, baby, let's go. Everybody put your seatbelts on. Not gonna be a bumpy ride, but I've never flown before, so.
I think this jet is amazing, and I'm kind of anxious to see more. I'm seriously shopping. This is definitely an option we're looking into.
Jet number 2 is slightly cheaper at $5 million, but no less spectacular.
Just think of this one as your home.
All right.
All the way from home.
This is a very, very good bargain. You know, if you can count a $5 million thing a bargain.
Well, in my life, I can do that.
Yeah. You don't have to see the pilots or the flight deck or anything from takeoff to landing, so
we can like make out and they wouldn't know.
Absolutely. You gotta join the Mile High Club.
Whoa, what's that?
I'm always looking for good investments. I think this is a good choice.
Cynthia and Lonray aren't quite ready to sign on the dotted line yet. But their need to purchase some serious speed hasn't diminished. They're shopping for potential bride and groom gifts, and we're not talking matching bathrobes.
Well, the Bugatti is like the ultimate millionaire, billionaire toy, whatever I would call it.
They're going to make 150 of these for the world only. That's it.
We talked about wedding gifts before, and I said I wanted a Bugatti, so that's my wedding present.
With a top speed of 253 miles per hour, this is one of the fastest sports cars in the world. And at $2.2 million, it's also one of the most expensive.
Here we go. Ready?
This is everything I thought it would be, and then some.
Times 1,000 and 1 horsepower.
Yes, exactly.
With Lonray on cloud 9, it's Cynthia's turn to get excited. She's had her eye on a $350,000 Rolls-Royce Ghost, and Cynthia's about to become one of the first people in the world to take it for a test drive.
Don't be going too long, okay?
Now we will let the other world, the world of Beverly Hills, see this car. Oh, that's such a smooth ride. What an amazing car.
Built for comfort, luxury, and speed.
I like that word, speed.
Well, I think we have found our next and newest Rolls-Royce customer. So, Cynthia, we're gonna have to make you a 2-for deal, I guess, huh?
Yes, you will.
May I, Miss Cynthia?
Yes, I don't want to get out, but I know I have to. I still like it on cloud 9, 10, 11, and 12.
And when Cynthia sees something she wants,
I just want the world to know, this is my car. This one right here. I'm gonna buy this car. To have the money to do whatever I want, it is, it's awesome. And I know I'm blessed. I'm really blessed.
I'm Brad Duke, and I won $220 million in the Idaho Powerball.
in May 2005, fitness fanatic and adrenaline junkie Brad Duke made history when he walked away with Idaho's biggest ever jackpot. Brad worked hard managing gyms and played hard in his downtime as a competitive mountain biker.
Before I won the lottery, I worked in the fitness industry, and I worked for a series of gyms. I was a manager, but I was putting in long days. I was putting in 14-hour days most of the week. And I didn't feel like I was working a lot. I really enjoyed what I did.
But Brad always had big ambitions.
I've been fantasizing winning the lottery for a long time, since I was 18. In fact, I wrote a check out to myself for $1 million, and one way or the other, I was gonna be a millionaire, and in the note section, I wrote earned/won. And so at some point, I put it out there that I really thought that I was gonna win the lottery.
And it was a last-minute decision that led Brad to buying the winning ticket.
I was on my way to a race, and I decided to pull into this convenience store right off the freeway. And as I was buying supplies, I realized that I hadn't bought my lottery ticket for this big lottery that was going on. So I bought my $20 worth of tickets at that point.
Brad had beaten the 195 million to 1 odds to win 220.3 million. It wasn't until 2 days after the draw that Brad realized he had won.
I was on my way to work, and I got a phone call from a friend who knew that I played the lottery, and that's when he said, hey, there's a local guy that won this lottery, single winner, you better check your tickets. So I pulled in the gas station, I decided to go run the ticket. I ran it through the scan machine, and I started making all kinds of weird noises, and these girls behind the counter were jumping up and down saying, "You're the one, you're the guy." And actually were holding onto the ticket really tightly. I had to almost physically pull it away from them. I took the ticket and I left the gas station.
Other than his close family, Brad kept the news of his win to himself for 3 whole weeks.
When I first found out, it wasn't excitement. It was put on the brakes, make inventory of what's going on, what's going to be the first step.
And that first step was to put together a team to help him manage his newfound wealth. When he finally did come forward, Brad opted for the lump sum of $125 million, and after taxes, took home $85 million. And Brad had big plans to turn his millions into $1 billion.
After I won the lottery, one of the first things that I thought of was to grow the wealth. And I got criticized for being a bit greedy, but for me it was challenge.
And thanks to his financial team, Brad's satisfied.
I'm not exactly where I had hoped to be at this point. Let's put it this way, I still have more than I started with.
With his winnings, Brad bought himself a brand new set of wheels.
This is my Aston Martin V12 Vanquish, and it took me a while before I finally saw the car that I wanted, but when I did, this was it.
But Brad waited 4 years until he bought a new home. When he finally did move, he made sure it fit his new multi-millionaire status.
Well, we're at my Italian villa, and I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of a tour. So here's my my library. This painting up here is a place in Italy that I stayed with my friends that inspired me to have an Italian type of home. So you can watch some TV if you get tired of looking at the painting. After the lottery, when I won, one of the things that we did was a trip to Tahiti, and I wanted to commemorate the trip somehow. And I went and talked to a local tattoo artist about what to get. He said the proper way to be tattooed is for you to be interviewed almost, and then they'll choose Tahitian symbols that tell your story.
Brad believes so much in this Tahitian symbol that he adopted it as a logo for his company.
So what's in center here is a logo for our company, and this logo is particularly special to me because it represents change. The closed end to the open end represents one change to another, and the swirl represents winds of change, and to be open to where the wind takes you. This is my bike shop and workout area. This is also an important place to me because it does represent one common thing between before and after what's happened to me has been biking. This is my screening room, my theaters, where I watch TV, games. We put a star dome in here. We got the theater lighting. These chairs really are chairs that once you sit in, you don't want to get out of. They all have reclining seat rests, and they're just perfect. And got your drink holder here and whatever else you need. It's a good place to be. Now we're showing you another favorite room in my house, which is my wine collection. One bottle that has special meaning to me is the bottle that is of the year that I won. And it was my first real wine that I really liked.
And Brad's love of wine has inspired the outside of his home as well.
It's my first attempt at growing grapes. I do want to make some of my own wine. And so you can see that we have grapevines in here. You're always going to have grapes somewhere next to an Italian villa. You got a pear tree, apple tree, lots of strawberries. I really like hot peppers, so this is all different kinds of peppers and things in full bloom. I like to come out here and eat my breakfast just right off the plant. Yeah, I never thought that a garden would be something that I want, but I really enjoy having it. So this is my backyard. I wasn't really sure if I really wanted to put a swimming pool in. I'm really glad I did, though. And you can walk right in and then dive off into the pool on one side, or you can step down at the swim-up bar. So you can sit here, get your drink, you can talk to people that are sitting right here in the pool, and they can have their drink, and it's unbelievable. So one of the latest hobbies I've picked up is paddleboarding. They have the perfect venue to do it. You stand up on them like a surfboard, and you have a long Polynesian-style paddle. and you get out on the lake, you paddle yourself around. When I'm out there, it is a little meditative. When I'm coming back into shore and I take a look at the property that I live on, it is another wake-up call to what's happened. And that helps me keep my current perspective, which is not to forget where I came from.
How many winning number combinations are possible in the Powerball lottery? There are 195 million combinations, enough to fill 300 full-size dictionaries. In May 2005, avid mountain biker Brad Duke hit it big when he won Idaho's biggest ever jackpot.
I am living the dream. I've always been part of mountain biking. The lottery definitely allowed me to upgrade to a better bike, get some instruction.
With bikes starting at $3,000, downhill racing isn't cheap, and Brad has made it his mission to get as many people as possible involved in the sport.
I have a mountain bike series that I sponsor and I'm active in. So to see these young guys come out here and rip it up is the whole reason why we have a series.
We're gonna start with pro class, cat ones, junior.
Our race series have 6 or 7 events scattered throughout the summer, leading up to this event, which is the Idaho State Championships. Basically what we do is we take a chairlift at the top of the mountain, and from top to bottom, as fast as you can go. And there's a high penalty for failure.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Got through clean, no crashes, no wrecks. I'm pretty happy with that. I feel good that I rode competitively. Good day today. Gotta play golf now.
He's also bought himself an impressive house and a fast car with his winnings. And this millionaire has big plans to turn his millions into billions. But has he managed it?
I'm not exactly where I had hoped to be, but put it this way, I still have more than I started with.
Since the win, Brad's used his newfound wealth to help the people of Idaho, and he's got his entire family on board.
The most fulfilling thing I've been able to do with my winnings is endow a personal foundation to give some money back. The Duke Family Foundation has been in existence for 5 years now, and we've given away hundreds of thousands of dollars to local charities in and around Idaho.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2011 Windfall Classic. He's raised over $250,000 in the few years that he's been doing this tournament. It makes me feel great to know, as the director of the lottery, that people can have fun doing this, and they can also do a lot of good for their community.
The foundation organizes fundraising events throughout the year.
Have a good time out there and enjoy yourselves, and thank you for playing.
For Brad, creating the Duke Family Foundation means more than just giving back to the community. It's a chance to bring his family closer.
Almost my whole family's here, and it's wonderful to experience this day with them and what we're accomplishing and what we represent today.
Since Brad won the lottery, our life has changed quite a bit. I mean, we, got stuff that we never had before, like new houses and cars and that stuff, but that's all, irrelevant. The best part of it is the family coming closer together.
He does like us to stay close. I think that's what's changed the most.
So before the lottery, being able to host a premier golf event like this, on a course like this, was a dream, and now to be able to do that is something I'll always be grateful for from the lottery. From the bottom of my heart and my family and the board of directors, big round of applause for all of you being here today.
The Big Brothers and Sisters of Idaho are the first beneficiaries of the event.
These 4 folks are representative of more than 300 kids and adults in our community who are together on a regular basis, helping the littles in their lives. Thank you so much to the Duke Foundation. Truly, every child in our program benefits because you are here today, because you invested your time, and because you care about kids.
So we have a check for $50,000.
But Brad isn't done yet.
This year we have a second beneficiary, the Idaho National Guard Youth Program.
With his $220 million, Brad has the life he's always wanted, and he's using his winnings to help others.
Pre-lottery life, I was living a good life then. I was doing things I wanted to do, and I still have that same baseline with post-lottery, but I definitely feel like I've lived two different lives, and I'm still under 40, so looking forward to my third one, if you will.
And what are his plans for this third life?
Well, there's one experience. People think I'm kind of crazy for it, but I want to go to space.
For Brad, with millions in the bank, the sky really is the limit.
I'm Helen Rowett, and I won $1 million in the Canadian Legion Lottery, and it changed my life.
In May 2011, single mom Helen Rowett became Canada's newest millionaire.
I'm a millionaire. That's just really weird sounding still.
Helen has been a single mom for the last 12 years.
I have 3 daughters. They're now 15, 16, and 20, almost 21.
And even with a good-paying full-time job, raising 3 daughters on her own was expensive.
I make good money, but when I don't get benefits or, any of that sort of thing, when I take vacation, I don't get paid for it. Just went through, 2 girls in braces. Holly had her wisdom teeth out, and that adds up.
My mom wouldn't really say that she was worried or that she was stressed about something, but you could kind of tell.
Over the years, Helen couldn't help but try her luck at a lottery run by the Royal Canadian Legion, Canada's largest veterans organization.
The proceeds for the lottery go to charity and veterans. I've done this every year for several years now, and of course you don't think you're going to win. You hope you will, but I do know that at least the $100 I've given is going somewhere to help somebody else out. All I really had to do was click on buy tickets. I think I put in my postal code and I could choose how many tickets. I chose 10. It was $100.
Over time, Helen forgot about the lottery. Until one day, several months later, she got a surprise call from the president of the Royal Canadian Legion.
He had said, "Oh, you bought some tickets for the lottery?" And I said, "Yeah." And then he said, "Well, you better sit down." And he said, "You just won $1 million." I think I was in shock the whole night, and even today, it still doesn't seem real somehow.
Helen had won $1 million Canadian, which is just shy of $1 million US. But unlike in the States, Helen keeps every penny.
In Canada, all of the lottery winnings are tax-free, so we don't pay any taxes on that. So I get the whole amount of $1 million.
After depositing the check, Helen paid off her $150,000 mortgage and $30,000 on her car. And with her own debts gone, Helen wanted to help out her eldest daughter, Leslie, by taking over her college tuition.
To me, this just gives her a little bit of a break. She's already earned it, so I don't feel like she's just getting this for nothing, and I know she appreciates it.
I don't have to work really hard to pay for my tuition anymore, which is a huge load off my back.
But Helen didn't stop there.
What are you guys doing? You looking at the Italy pictures? Yeah.
She used $11,000 of her winnings to treat the whole family to the trip of a lifetime.
I don't know why this picture makes me laugh. I think the best thing that's come out of all this was just that we get to spend more time together doing things. Like, for example, the Italy trip, we all wouldn't have been able to go on that if she hadn't won the money.
We couldn't have gone on this trip together any other time, so thanks, Mom.
You're welcome.
Helen's been planning some much-needed house renovations, something she could never have afforded before the win.
So one of the next big things I want to do with my lottery winnings is do some renovations around the house, some upgrades, and just make things look newer. So my original estimate for the renovations were about $30,000. I'm thinking it might go higher than that.
And today, with the help of her sister Doris, she's ready to get the renovations underway.
Oh, I love this. Oh, I love the color. Doris is an artist, so she's very good with colors and textures, and she has a really neat house herself, so I think it'll be a fun day to have the two of us together.
You guys looking for anything in particular today, or?
I'm interested in countertops.
I am so excited for Helen. I think everybody deserves fun things in their lives, and Helen, this whole experience for her has been so enriching and so much fun for her.
Helen's already seen something she likes.
But it also comes with a drop leaf wood top so that it can be for 2 seats or 4.
This is really neat. I've never seen anything like that before.
Concrete. Now, concrete countertops start at about $75 a square foot.
Okay.
And they can go up to $150 a square foot.
You know, maybe I should get somebody to come out and get an idea of, you know, measure and let me know how much it would cost. And, you know, I'd like to pursue this.
Excellent.
Helen's certainly enjoying the newfound freedom the win has allowed her. She's taking her youngest daughters on a first ever, no expense spared shopping trip.
Yes, so what are we in the store looking for today?
For the girls, and before my mom won the lottery, we'd come in here and we'd look, but we wouldn't actually buy anything. She's like, oh, that's really nice. I wish I could get that.
Jen's liking this one.
Oh, this is a great, great zip up.
Oh, that's cute. I can see you wearing that.
Yeah, I like that. I'll try it. What I'll do is I'll grab you guys a pair of jeans. I like those go good with the green sweater that you have on. So should we start and get these tried on? Yeah, sure.
Oh, let's see. Oh, I love the top. Thank you for that top. All right.
So, how did we do, ladies? Good. I like everything. Well, that's wonderful.
Now, the moment of truth.
Okay. This is the most clothes we have ever bought in one store before. Like, that's a big pile. Everybody's
Mom's
happy.
walking away happy.
Okay, give it to me.
Your total comes to $1,004.83.
Oh my goodness. Okay. There was a bit of sticker shock for me too, but I thought, you know, why not?
When I saw the price, I actually felt so bad. I was like to my mom, I was like, I just want to go return everything we just bought. I feel so bad for spending that much.
Thanks, Mom.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
I think that even though my mom is being really safe about it, definitely has changed her life. So
I was just so happy for her that she could win this, and she deserves it so much. So she really deserved it, and I couldn't have happened to a better person. I love her so much. She does everything for us, and now she can finally have some money to do things for herself.
Great to know that we don't have anything to like really worry about anymore. Like in the past, my mom was stressed, and now you don't really see that.
She's having a really fun time, and like that's so good to see my mom so happy.
1, 2.
The lottery has changed my life, really in making my life more comfortable, knowing I'm secure for the future, knowing my daughters are secure for the future, their education is paid for, and that we shouldn't have to struggle.
Oh, God. What's the most frequently drawn number in the Mega Millions lottery? 48.
I usually buy a scratch off here and there from this gas station, and I've just pulled in, set myself up to get some gas, and from there, the store tells itself.
We're the Flip family, and we won $1,000 a week for life.
In April 2011, Dwight and Nicole Foote scratched their way to the paycheck of a lifetime in the Indiana lottery. It was a weekly bonus that couldn't have come soon enough for carpenter Dwight and stay-at-home mom Nicole.
For the big win, we were just your typical family, raising 5 kids, trying to get by, living paycheck to paycheck.
Things were tight. Every time you turned around, there was a birthday or a holiday or, you know, something going on, you know.
Sometimes it would come down to paying the bill or choosing to do something for the girls.
Whenever he had some spare cash, Dwight couldn't help but try his luck on the lottery, much to the annoyance of Nicole.
I always kind of feel like anytime someone plays the lottery or gambles, it's throwing money away.
But on April 18, 2011, Nicole changed her opinion.
How's it going? I come walking in, I see the tickets up at the counter, and I'm looking at which ones catch my eye, and the Lucky for Life ticket struck my eye that day, and so I purchased that ticket. I proceeded out to my truck after I paid for everything and scratched it off. And I seen the number at the end was a matching number at the end of the first line, and I started scratching the prize off. And the big black letters, bold letters that said life underneath it started showing, and so I scratched it off real quick in a hurry to see what it was, and it said I was lucky for life underneath there. And I called my wife.
Calls me crying, and I'm thinking, my gosh, something has happened. And then he finally tells me we did it. He goes, I've done it. He goes, I've set you guys for life. He goes, we just won. And he told me what he won, and I just hung up the phone. I just didn't believe it. I just hung up.
Dwight had scratched his way to $1,000 a week for the next 50 years, or $2.6 million over a lifetime.
My family reacted about the same as I did. They were dumbfounded. The world spun, and I couldn't really believe that we had won the money, and I just never thought I'd be thinking about the things I'd be thinking at that point in time right then and there.
Winning the lottery has made things more fun because we can do more things together, whereas before it was always too busy trying to do something here, go to work there.
As soon as the check was deposited, they went shopping.
The day it became available, I went straight out and went car shopping. We only had one vehicle and it was falling apart. So we went out and got a used van. This is my 2005 Pontiac Montana minivan. I gave a little over $10,000 for this car, which was a little bit cheaper than some of the newer ones, but this one here, I just liked it much better because of all the extras that it had. I love it. It's been the greatest car that I've had, and I just love driving it.
This is my 1996 Chevy Silverado that I purchased after winning the lottery. With a motor that only had 7,000 miles in it, I thought $5,000 was a good deal. This thing will allow me to do anything I want to do in the road or, off the road.
And speaking of off the road, their big win allowed the Foot family to take their first real vacation.
So what was your guys' favorite part of the trip to Florida?
The swimming.
The swimming where?
At the ocean.
The Foots embarked on an eye-opening trip from Indiana to Florida, seeing sights none of them had experienced before.
They had not been too far out of the state, so actually going on a drive that far was an experience for them.
And while the trip was great fun for the kids, for Indiana native Nicole, it was a revelation.
Seeing the ocean for the first time, for me, was breathtaking. I couldn't believe that I was actually there. Couldn't tell where the sky and the ocean met. It was really very, very beautiful. But to see the look on my girls' face when they got to run out on that beach for the first time, that was amazing. They were just like starstruck. They just thought it was the most awesome thing that they've ever seen in their life.
But the most important lotto bonus for the Foots is being able to afford a step up from the 2-bedroom house they're currently renting.
We're looking to buy a new home so that my girls can have their own bedrooms and have more, space in the house where they can roam without being so close-quartered.
Oh, here it is. You ready to go look at it?
Yeah.
Ah, this is a nice sized master bedroom. Before the lottery, purchasing our own home was not a thought that ever crossed our minds, but since the lottery has changed our life a little bit,
You found your man cave.
it's exciting to start making a home with our girls that we can call our own. Oh, the dining area is wonderful. We can get everybody in here, plus some.
Well, I can say that as far as space goes, from what we have now to this, it's like my house times 3.
Ah, this must be the possible bedroom, possible 5th bedroom.
We could definitely make a go of a house this size. Nice to have a house big enough for holiday dinners.
But it's not just the possibility of being able to buy a home and affording vacations and new cars. The win has made a big difference in the day-to-day lives of the Foots.
Life has changed for me since winning this money just by relieving a lot of monetary stress. Dwight's been able to stay home in the evenings. He's been able to come home some days early from work to spend time with us where we could never do that before. He's not having to be as busy in the evenings when he gets home trying to wrestle things up and, make that extra dollar on the side.
Did winning $1,000 a week instantly change my life? Yes, I would have to say so.
Thank you, God, for everything you give us.
Winning $1,000 a week for life takes a lot of the stress of worrying about 5 girls going to college, for sure, and sets everything in a much brighter perspective now in the future.
I do believe that winning this ticket was pure luck, plain and simple. So I believe luck was firmly on his side that day.